Are you feeling lost right now? Do you feel like you're really confused and you don't know what to do in life? Maybe you're questioning what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of life? If you are, I commend you because most people never ask themselves this question. And it's sad because when you don't ask yourself these bigger existential questions, you tend to live a shell of your existence. You just go about daily life, especially when you live in one of these major cities in the Western world, where there is so many outside forces that basically take your awareness and consciousness away from the truth of why you're here, right? It's not for status, money, sex, and these external things like buying a house, having a beautiful car, and all of that. Those are just parts a part of life. And I feel like the people that don't ask themselves this question, they have a really rude awakening at some point of their life, or they end up on their deathbed realizing that they never really lived. Because what chasing the external things do, right? Like if you do life right, you're going to live for 80, 90, 100 years. And just imagine you live all of this time and the the end goal is this over here, and you somehow end up over here because you were never aware and you were just asleep throughout life. Just imagine that. Imagine what that would feel like. That's what happens with, call it 90, 95% of the people, because they don't realize this one truth, that you are here for a purpose. You are here for something bigger. And I, in my meditation this morning, I felt really sad for the people that live in the Western world and they're really disconnected from nature, right? I'm in beautiful Bali right now. And over the course of the last roughly about a year, I've been traveling to many of these natural places, disconnecting from big cities and moving more into nature. And what you feel, or what I feel, is this sense of calmness, this sense of connectedness that I never felt in the big cities. Because in the big cities, if you can imagine this, somewhere like New York City, where I was born in Jersey City, and right across the water is New York City. Both big cities now. What happens is you have this collective level of consciousness, and it's an energy that permeates, right? Just imagine this. Like your closest five friends, if they're all bankers, and you hang out with them for 5 days a week for work, and then on the sixth day, you spend more time with them. Each conversation Each thought, each idea that comes up is going to revolve around your work, money, and how to gain more of that and improve your status. Versus if you were in a place like Bali, Tulum, Sedona, where the conversations are a little bit different. They talk about consciousness, healing, healing of the mind, the body, the spirit, and truth. And when you're connected with the land that is natural versus disconnected from nature, where you have artificial lights, big buildings, and the energy is removed from what's natural, right? The land, the soil. These things aren't very prevalent in big cities. And then on top of that, you have the other forces, which are, high rent prices, high food costs, the thoughts, the conversations. A lot of these things, they will remove your awareness and consciousness from what truly matters, which is your purpose. And I feel like when you remove yourself from this, the more disconnected you are from this, the more unhappy you will be. Right? Just Google. Just go on Google, and you're gonna find a lot of what's going on in the world these days. People are lonely, they're disconnected, they're overweight, they are unhappy, right? They have all of these mental health disorders. Why? Because they're disconnected from nature. They're disconnected from sunlight, right? All of these things, day after day, they shift you and they move you away from truth. And the truth of the matter is, you want to feel healthier, you want to feel happier, spend more time in nature. Spend more time away from big cities. Disconnect a little. Get off your phone. Get off your laptop. Allow your mind to calm down. Allow your body to not be so stressed 24/7. And just learn to relax. It's kind of crazy that people have to learn how to relax these days. Like relaxing is a skill set. No. It's a gift. Because when your mind and your body is relaxed, that is when new ideas and higher levels of consciousness can permeate into your mind. Because if you could imagine this, your mind is very, things can seep into your mind very easily. But when it's filled with thoughts and old patterns, and it's very rigid, that's why people talk about open-mindedness. This is what they mean. When your mind is stiff, new ideas can't come. And I'll leave you guys with that. The moral of this story is, if you want to be happier, healthier, connect with your purpose, and not waste your entire life, spend more time in nature. Breathe more. Take more walks. Get more sunlight. And eat more natural foods so that it can start removing the shit that's been in your body for so long from living in these big cities and following the propaganda of what's going on in the Western world. And if you like this video, just subscribe to the channel. Cheers.